Good morning, everybody. My name is Katie Wilford, and for your morning news, a fire has been reported on I-135 after a semi-truck carrying dangerous material tipped over going northbound, causing a fire to spread eastward towards southern El Dorado. At this time, evacuations are not anticipated, but remember to monitor KEC-TA. In addition, the Weather Center will be tracking what is being called a potentially historic tornado outbreak later this afternoon. I suggest our viewers to tune in around the early evening because this will be affecting nearly our entire viewing area. Breaking news, building collapses in downtown Wichita. Police released a report this morning stating that the Player Piano lofts on Eastern Douglas Avenue collapsed earlier this morning. There are blocks on the highway, and police are advising residents to avoid the area until the situation is cleaned up. As of now, police state that the building was evacuated after a resident complained of creaking and snapping noises. Therefore, there were no casualties.
And I mean, yeah, we're under one of the greatest possible risks today that you can get when it comes to tornadoes. I can't really stress enough the chance for violent and long-track tornadoes. For the past few hours, I've been sitting here in Wichita just gawking at the soundings I keep pulling up. I can't put into words how massive the risk is for the Wichita area, and quite frankly, almost the entire warm sector coming into Kansas.
And when you talk about the soundings, exactly what are you gawking at? Can you elaborate a bit more?
Yes. Every sounding I've pulled up during peak conditions thus far have been absolutely horrifying to analyze. Hodographs are extremely inflated, and I've seen soundings with over 350 0 to 500 meter storm relative helicity. And to think this is stacked on top of extreme instability with values over 3,500 joules per kilogram just really puts a hole in my stomach.
All right. Thank you, Adam, for calling this afternoon. Please stay safe while chasing out there. This concludes the afternoon phone-in. We will return back to the Severe Weather Center where we will receive a rundown of what today is looking.
The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 129, effective until 10:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Kansas: Barber, Barton, Butler, Chase, Chautauqua, Clark, Clay, Cloud, Comanche, Cowley, Dickinson, Edwards, Elk, Ellis, Ellsworth, Ford, Geary, Greenwood, Harper, Harvey, Hodgman, Kiowa, Kingman, Lincoln, Lyon, Marion, McPherson, Morris, Ness, Ottawa, Pawnee, Pratt, Reno, Rice, Riley, Rush, Russell, Saline, Sedgwick, Stafford, Sumner, Trago, Waubonsee, and the following counties in Oklahoma: Alfalfa, Blaine, Custer, Dewey, Ellis, Garfield, Grant, Harper, Kay, Kingfisher, Logan, Major, Noble, Osage, Pawnee, Payne, Roger Mills, Woods, and Woodward. This watch is a particularly dangerous situation, which includes the potential for numerous intense tornadoes, large destructive hail, and destructive winds up to 80 miles per hour. Remember, a tornado watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Prediction Center outlining a 45% tornado contour that covers nearly our entire coverage area. Today just seems to be getting worse. Everyone listening right now should preemptively prepare a tornado safety kit, which includes water, food, batteries, blankets, helmets, a flashlight, among other things. We already have about 2 storms in the area of main concern. While they're out of our coverage area as of now, it won't take long until they are, and I wouldn't be surprised if they become an issue later down the line. In regards to today's tornado threat, it's no surprise that there are likely hundreds of chasers out on the field today. We have one, Samuel Bryan, who will be helping KECTA-6 track today's severe weather on the ground. As of now, he's driving on Interstate 35 near Belle Plaine. Sam, what's the air like over there?
Well, I gotta say it's been harsh out here. The dew point is rising past 65 since the sun started coming up, and it's only ever gotten more grueling. The drive has been tricky with how traffic is, especially with that building collapse in Wichita.
Have you seen anything in relation to today's threat so far?
Well, there are a lot of cumulus bubbling up in the Wichita area. Those 2 storms down by the border will likely become problems here soon given the parameter space. I'll probably stay stationed up here in Wichita for the time being given how fast they're moving. I wouldn't want to be caught up in that with how rural the road network is there.
All right, well, thank you for joining us today, Sam. We look forward to having you a part of our ground team given the extent of the tornado threat today. As you can see, that storm down in Grant County on the border is already starting to exhibit supercellular characteristics. That is some extreme development, but it's no surprise given the parameter space we're working with today. This storm will track into Harper and Sumner counties here soon, so folks in those areas should already be seeking shelter. This is also in addition with the hail and wind threat these storms are carrying. If you're just now tuning in, our entire coverage area is under a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. But it's not just any PDS watch. Every probability is maxed out, including the threat for intense tornadoes. The highlight of the watch is the extremely elevated threat for intense to violent tornadoes and the destructive hail threat. The wind threat will come later on with the line of storms. The Kansas state government is advising everyone to carry identification cards on them in case you are transported to a triage center. This is about as bad as it gets in terms of severe weather days. Schools throughout southeastern Kansas have also been canceled for the day. For further information regarding this, please visit our website or call your local school and ask. The reason for this is to keep our kids and teachers safe. Additionally, schools may have to eventually become disaster relief centers later tonight for areas struck by tornadoes. In terms of today, I've seen comparisons to April 27, 2011 and various other big outbreak days. One that crosses my mind personally is April 14, 2012. April 14, 2012 featured numerous tornadic supercells, including one EF4 tornado near Marcotte and another EF3 that got way too close to Wichita for comfort. In terms of parameter space, I would say this is a good combination between May 20th, 2019 and April 27th, 2011. From the weather soundings I've pulled, that's the best I can gather. I don't really think anyone has seen such a high-confidence, violent tornado environment before, and it's extremely unfortunate that it's our area that's been doused with dealing with this. Extremely high shear values are attributed with extreme instability today. The Weather Service claimed earlier that the area affected was too small to introduce a 60% risk in the most recent outlook, but they would have if the confidence area was more confined. But the risk area is just too large to find an area to introduce one given local storm interactions. It does seem now, though, that supercells are beginning to enter our coverage area. At least 4 from what I can tell. Up north near McPherson, at least dime-sized hail has been reported in that storm. If you live near Wellington, I would suggest beginning to take precautions with this storm. There is at least 2 exhibiting rotation on velocity. Hey, hold on a minute. West of Alva. That may be a debris ball. Yeah, okay. The radar is returning what appears to be debris being lofted very high in the air near the Elgin, Oklahoma radar. From what I can tell, this spun up extremely fast. There was next to nothing last scan, but now there is a small but very intense velocity signature stacked on a CC drop. It may be strong, or perhaps violent given the context of today. This storm will eventually move into our coverage area, so anyone in the path should be preparing right now. The National Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning on it. The tornado appears to be due west of Alva near the town of Teagarden and moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The warning is for a spotter-confirmed tornado, and speaking of which, we have photos now from that tornado. Take a look at that beautiful rain-free base with that lovely cone-shaped tornado. It's good that it doesn't appear to be impacting any structures right now, too. Now, let's not ignore the fact that we have storms in our area, too. The 2 circulations I mentioned earlier near Wellington have disappeared, but it appears they're attempting to reroute in the environment. Additionally, there is a supercell near El Dorado with a very evident hook shape on it. Low-level velocity scans don't show much, but mid-level velocity is showing a very intense mesocyclone. Hold on, Sam is trying to ring the line. Yes, Sam?
Yeah, I'm standing here south of Wellington, and off to my northwest is a giant rotating wall cloud. I've seen occasional funnel clouds with it too.
That's surprising. Our velocity hasn't been showing much on the Wellington storm. Reflectivity is showing it interacting with another storm, though.
Yeah, the interstate is completely backed up. It just worries me for later down the line today. The 00Z sounding also came in, but I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet.
Let me look. Oh my God. I'm not even sure what to say right now. I've never seen such a volatile sounding in my entire life. That Cape profile is like 2,000 more than what was forecasted. Seriously, with that wind profile, you're looking at the top-end violent tornadoes with any discrete supercell. And on the topic of discrete supercells, looks like the Alva tornado may have intensified. The tornado has turned more east based on radar, which signifies that the updraft is wider with increased mass flux. There goes our first tornado warning of the day in our coverage area. This tornado warning is for Barber and Harper counties, which includes the towns of Attica, Sharon, Hazleton, and Anthony. Doppler radar was tracking a confirmed tornado over Kiowa, moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. We have a new tornado warning for Sumner, Cowley, and Butler counties. Looks like what we've been dreading over the last day is finally beginning. Please take cover immediately if you're in the path of any one of these storms. We have reports of a large rotating wall cloud to the southwest of Wellington. And now, hold on. We're getting reports of a large bowl funnel over Wellington. If you take a look at velocity here, you can see nearly everything is rotating within the warm sector. I mean, take a look at everything. There is pretty much only one storm that isn't rotating right now. This parameter space is absolutely insane. I have quite literally never seen anything like this in my 20 years of being a meteorologist. Everything, and I mean everything, is discrete. I have no idea how to emphasize the urgency in taking shelter if you're in one of these storms' paths. Jesus Christ. That Anthony storm is reorganizing at an unprecedented pace.
I have a tornado on the ground right now.
Sam, where are you?
I am just to the north of Anthony. There's a violent wedge tornado on the ground. It's at least a half-mile wide.
Thank you for the report, Sam. Anyone near Anthony, take shelter right now. Oh, Jesus Christ, the Anthony storm.
And Tony, it's tearing shit up. It's going through the northwest side of Anthony right now. Oh my fucking God.
God, look at the motion on that thing. It's going through Anthony. Please take cover right now if you're in the path of this storm. I can't stress it enough. This is extremely life-threatening. Okay, folks, this is the real deal. We have potentially 2 violent tornadoes in our coverage area right now. Also, Wichita is now under a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. The sirens are beginning to sound here. Please take cover right now if you're in this warning. This is top-end serious. It makes me sick to my stomach watching this unfold in front of my very eyes. Looks like the dry line is starting to initiate convection in the western half of our coverage area, surprisingly early, actually. I'm starting to get concerned about the storm coming up on Wichita. It doesn't look like it's turning east, it seriously looks like that it's on a beeline for Wichita directly. Hold on. From the National Weather Service in Topeka, this is a tornado emergency for Burlington. Spotters have confirmed a significant tornado on the ground, with radar showing it taking a direct course for Burlington. Please seek shelter immediately if you're in that warning. Additionally, a tornado emergency has been issued for Eureka. This is an extremely dangerous situation, folks. I cannot stress the urgency enough. You will be killed if you're not underground. And just like that, a huge debris ball just popped up over Eureka. My God, that is not good. Please, so far, every established supercell has produced a tornado thus far. You have to take cover right now. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at that velocity scan. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. Oh my God, wait, this is a tornado emergency for We have a large, violent tornado coming up on Wichita. And El Dorado, you're not safe from this either. You're next in line after Wichita takes a beating
Oh my
from
God,
this.
oh my God, it's huge. I see it.
Sam? Oh my God, it's great to hear you again. Where are you at currently?
I'm on Interstate 35 right now, and I see it off to the left of the road. It's fucking huge.
We barely have your feed here, Sam. That looks terrifying, and that is without emphasis. Please, if you know anyone in the path of this thing, please give them a call and tell them that this is coming their way. Wait, you guys hear that? Dude, wait. No, I hear something. Oh my God, that's the tornado. It's moving through Wichita right now. Get the tower cam feed up and see if we have it. Oh my God, we have it. We have a tornado moving through Wichita right now. Everyone in Wichita get underground now. We have another feed going. Get it up, please. I literally cannot emphasize it more than showing you live pictures. It's moving through Wichita right now. There goes our second camera. We have power flashes visible from our station here. Please get your loved ones into their safe place now. Folks, we're going to try and stay with you as long as we can. We're unsure if we'll lose power here. We just lost our primary camera. All we know right now is that a large tornado just trucked through Wichita with a large amount of power flashes visible from the KECTA 6 station here. El Dorado, You're next in line. Please, if you live in El Dorado, I advise taking your preemptive tornado safety kit to your basement and staying there until someone reaches out to you. This is the real deal. El Dorado, you have about 5 minutes before this tornado is knocking on your doorstep. Please, this is your last chance to take cover. We have reports of extreme damage coming out of Wichita, which includes buildings leveled to their foundation. Eureka is reporting